Hi guys, I'm Matt Winton, the 2021 World Brewers Cup champion, and coming to you today from Stronghold and also in collaboration with my roastery, Rose Coffee Roasters. I want to talk a little bit about my journey with roasting, starting a roastery, and why I chose Stronghold and the things that I really like about it. For me, the decision to open a roastery was one that I could do to connect consumers and people who are tasting my coffee with the people that actually produce it. And along that path, I met a lot of really important people, but one of the most key ones was actually the team at Stronghold. And when I first tried the S7X, I realized that this roaster had a lot of potential to give me exactly the style of coffee that I wanted to roast. And it allowed me to roast the coffee of the producers who were friends and who I had a lot of trust and faith in to make amazing coffee, and turn it into an end product where it was something that I could really stand behind in a really easy way. It just made sense to me to roast like this. I really like a lot of the tech Stronghold offers. I think that roasting with halogen is really key to getting a very good development in a roast. I think that the way that the heat energies and heat systems are managed and I can control them, I can basically make convection, conduction and radiation energy up or down as much as I'd like, whenever I'd like during the roast. The end result of this means that I can control the roast how I want to, and I think that makes really tasty coffee for how I like to roast. Another really important step and feature of the S7, particularly the S7X, is the auto replication. To have it accurately repeated based off the bean temperature or the internal temperature, or based off of the controls that we use during that roast. And I found that this gives us really consistent roasting batch after batch after batch. And most importantly, it means that I don't need to be there all of the time. I can be traveling and have other staff confidently roasting. And that's the important thing, confidently. They know what they're doing. They can replicate a batch. They can see if there's any problems, and they can totally do the job of a roaster with a lot less training than a proper roaster would do. I find this sort of introduction to roasting really nice. So for me, as a Stronghold roasting ambassador, I really like this idea of being able to go everywhere in the world and teach people how to roast on their roasters. The way that the Stronghold works has a lot of extra features and things that aren't immediately obvious, but once you get to know, make it a really powerful roaster. So when I can go around the world and share profiles from person to person and have very similar coffees roasted and tasting the same all around the world, that's something that I really like. I'd like to see more of things where I can say how a profile could be at home, then travel to somewhere else and have them roast the same green coffee and get the same result at the end. To me, that's something that's very special and unique about the Stronghold roaster, and that we can then scale this up into production with the S7, S8 and S9 roasters.